This derelict building used to be a strip club, but it closed after a bizarre incident and has never reopened. That incident happened on June 23, 2000, during a party for groom-to-be, Danny Redmond. Meet Karen Richardson. Danny had proposed to her on a holiday.
He got down on one knee, did it all traditional. It was really romantic.
But before the ceremony, Danny's best man organizes a stag party that is going to be a night to remember. Meet David Hampson.
Well, we've got a big group of the lads together. Meet up on Broad Street at 6. Go for a load of lagers, then a massive curry, then some more lagers, then pile into a lap dancing club.
I did have some reservations about it, to be honest, but I trusted David not to go overboard, and I trusted Danny, you know. I didn't think he'd do anything stupid.
Stupidity may have played a part, but one exotic dancer has a huge role in the tragic event. Her name is Laura Jones, aka Roxana. She declined to be interviewed for the program, but a fellow dancer and eyewitness to the event agreed to speak. Meet Lisa Marie Billington.
There was me and Ali, who danced as Divine, Michelle, who was Destiny, and Laura, who was Roxana. She just had the biggest implants I'd ever seen.
Dressed as a bride for the stag, the amply endowed Roxana turns her attention to the groom-to-be.
It was always mental. She comes in like wearing, because it was a stag do, she dresses up as like a dirty bride. She said, oh, as it's your special day, I'll give you a treat. So she takes these handcuffs that she had from when she dressed up as a policewoman, and she cuffs his hands behind the chair.
She cuffed his hands to the back of the seat and starts like grinding on him.
Danny's intoxicated and ready to play along. Roxana proceeds to step up the action to the delight of the onlookers.
You know, really going for it, like rubbing her boobs in his face.
Danny begins gasping for breath.
We were just kind of standing back, like just, you know, smiling at it all. He looked like he was loving it.
Roxana playfully deprives Danny of air, what she mistakenly thinks to be a pleasurable sexual experience, known as erotic asphyxiation. But Roxana doesn't know how dangerous this aspect of sex play can be, especially when you don't know what you're doing. Here to explain is expert and columnist Dr. Catherine Hood.
The theory behind asphyxiation for sexual pleasure is that depriving the brain of oxygen makes a person feel faint and heightens their sensations. So a lot of people find that pleasurable, but it's also thought it might release endorphins from the brain, which are your body's natural feel-good chemicals.
Danny isn't experiencing any pleasure at this point. The handcuffs, alcohol, and asphyxiation puts his life in mortal danger.
You know, he went a bit still, and Roxana got off him. She realised first, I think. She just started shaking him.
It's terrible. He just went limp. He was unconscious, except he wasn't unconscious. He was dead.
Danny! Mate! Danny! Mate! Look up!
Well, she must have smothered him. He must have suffocated.
Just couldn't believe it. None of us could believe it.
It's estimated that there are as many as 300 deaths a year due to asphyxiation gone wrong. If you've taken a lot of alcohol, then that acts as a natural depressant for the brain anyway. So obviously it's not only going to impair your reflexes and your ability to signal for help, but it actually might exacerbate the effects of blocking off oxygen to the brain. He had his hands handcuffed behind his back. It's pretty impossible to give any kind of hand gesture or any kind of signal to say, look, enough.
Yeah, I miss Danny. He was my best mate.
I do kind of blame him because he took him there, but I know that's not fair.
I mean, Yeah, we used to do everything together. Oh, he's gone.
Gone, but not forgotten. Could Danny have suffocated as a result of Roxana's careless sex play? Do people really die from what is known as erotic asphyxiation? Is it the story of the stripper who suffocated the bridegroom? No, this story is false. It was first reported in January 2002 in the tabloid press, and it spread quickly. While there are cases of death caused by erotic asphyxiation, this wasn't one of them. According to studies by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, between 250 and 1,000 deaths can be attributed to this rough sex play in the United States each year. As well, most strip clubs don't allow patrons up on stage, and there has never been a documented case of death attributed to suffocation in this way.